excited that we're finally here. You know, we're playing games. That's what we're here to do. And I know our players were excited about getting a uniform on and getting to play against somebody else. So we were really looking forward to this evening. Proud that we got the win. Never take those for granted. I'm also, I thought we had good effort. I think there are a lot of things that we have to learn, and there are a lot of things that we can still clean up, both offensively, defensively, and some a little more discipline on the box outs and board play. But you know, we knew that coming in, we were going to need to improve. Our film sessions are going to be very important to our education, and I'm really looking forward to getting them in the film room and you know, praising them when it looks the way it needs to look, and then being very honest about some possessions that need to be better.
Questions from Coach, please? Dan?
What's your level of concern about the offense after this game? You didn't shoot a great percentage and such, and what specifically do you think you're going to focus on after this game?
I'm a coach, so my level of concern is high on everything that we're doing. You know, I don't attribute our shooting percentage to anything, any one thing. I thought we rushed a few shots that we could have easily made. We had some just lip out. I think we got a little excited a few times. Rushed some shots. I thought we didn't take. We had a few times, especially in the second quarter, we didn't take great shots. We had some good possessions where we had ball movement, and then we and attacked the paint. And then there were some possessions that we didn't. So I think the more aggressive that we are, the better shots the better shots we get. You know, I think our just our outside shooting percentage coming into the season is probably a concern. But I think we're going to get the players in the gym, and they're going to be able to knock down some shots. So I'm not overly concerned about our shooting percentage coming out of this. Just I think my biggest concern coming out is just the quantity of things that I want to correct, or quantity of things I want to improve. I think it's a lot.
Steve?
Looking at the Bucks, I think everybody on the roster played at least 11 minutes. Obviously, it's a different situation with the exhibition game. Ideally, what type of rotation are you looking at in terms of how deep you want to go?
Well, traditionally, I've played a lot of players. In my career, I think our best teams, we've had depth. We've been able to utilize that depth. We've developed that depth early on, and it pays off at the end of the year. Your team's peaking at the right time. I think it builds some camaraderie. I don't know how many will make that rotation, a consistent rotation, but right now it's open, right? We've got to have players that we can count on to be consistent and to do the little things. So right now, if you'll do that for me, you're going to get in the game. Tonight, we knew we were going to play everybody. I had the minutes scripted out prior to the game. So I knew exactly when we were going to sub. So there were some possessions that I would have normally subbed, but I wanted to let it play out and keep us as close to that minute track as I could keep us. Also wanted to push some of our players. We got tired a few times. Probably in a normal game it would have ended up with a substitution, but I wanted to push them through and get them through so I could see what happens when they get a little tired.
Maria and then Jean.
Kellie, it looked like there were some nerves. You've got so many new players debuting, and when you're nervous, that can short circuit the mind, telling the body what it needs to do. Did you pick up on that maybe some players were still working through some jitters?
Well, I did. I actually didn't think about it until practice yesterday, and a few of them started mentioning it to me, and I had to step back and look at things and realize that there were still going to be some jitters, and I do think sometimes you have to play through that. And I thought early on we had some folks that were they were really trying to ward those off, I think, and stay focused. But I thought they handled it, got through that. So hopefully now we're over the hump there. We played a game with uniforms, with officials, and they'll be better next time. That's what exhibition games are for.
Well, I guess to that point, Kelly, what were you hoping to get out of tonight? So a bunch of people have different goals for exhibition games. Like, what did you hope to get out of this game tonight?
Right. Well, wanted to let our players show us that they know what we're asking of them, and at this point, they do. They understand what they need to do. I wanted to get a lot of different combinations on film. I wanted to get some statistics from some of those combinations. I wanted to have an eyeball test on it, see who looked good together. This is not unusual. We practice this a lot. We play with all different combinations in practice daily. So this is a very normal thing for them. But I wanted to see it in the game. I wanted to see what that looked like. I wanted to see them give us effort. I wanted energy. I wanted communication. At shoot around today, we were discussing how we were going to act on the bench. I mean, that's really how simplified we were trying to be. How you enter the game, how you come out of the game, where you sit when you come out of the game. We were literally discussing that at shoot around today. So there was a lot that we needed to get out of this. Being a practice run for the real thing is what it is. But the best thing for me right now is we got it on film, and we're going to be able to show them exactly what we can do better.
Will, then Lewis.
Just how would you evaluate Jordan Horston's ability to run the point today?
Yeah, I think Jordan was definitely a little nervous to start this game, for sure. And, I think it was good for her to see the game being played a few minutes before she actually got in there. I think that helped her. She is really good. And I know she had a few turnovers and a few missed plays, but her ceiling is really high. And I think we're going to continue to help her and build her. We want her playing with great confidence, because she should play with great confidence. She's going to be an excellent defensive player. A lot of times you can't say that about freshmen, but she's going to be an excellent defensive player this year, I'm convinced. And she wants to do it right. She's a perfectionist, so we just got to keep patting her on the back, because she's going to be something really special.
Kelly, sticking with Jordan, what defensively has given her this ability to show these flashes so early on in the season?
Well, I think she's athletic, she's long, and she has some savvy. She has a little bit of anticipation skills, and she plays hard. She wants to win. She's very competitive. So you throw all those things in, you mix it up, pour it out, you got a pretty good defensive player.
The first for you, kind of in your first year as head coach here with the Lady Vols, kind of coming to an end with this game, your first game back here at Thompson Bowling. What was it like for you to go over and to be kind of where Pat used to be, and to be on the sidelines in this game as the head coach?
It was cool. I tell people this all the time. It's hard to put into words, right? That I'm here. I'm back at my alma mater, a place that I love, a place with such rich tradition and history. I don't take that lightly. It's just really cool. I mean, that's there's no way to explain it. And walking out there, it was great to walk out there and see our fans, hear Rocky Top, to finally get to this point, to finally get to play game. It was really special. It was for sure really special. And, I want it so bad for this program. I want it for these players, and because I know what it's like when it's amazing. I know what these players would feel like.
Coach, what do you think of Lou Brown, and then what are her early expectations as she kind of works back from tearing her ACL last year?
Right. Well, I think we're going to be in a maintenance situation with Lou throughout the year. She's a little bit older than the rest of the players in battling those injuries, so we're going to make sure that she's feeling good at If that means we need to pull her out of a practice or two, we've got to manage that this year. But I thought she was good. She was really anxious to get out there and get playing, and I know it's not easy for her at times, but she has been very consistent for us doing what we ask her to do. I mean, little things like boxing out, knowing where she's supposed to be defensively, communicating. So she does a lot of things that are very positive for our team. So we want to try to get her some minutes on the court, extended minutes. But also, I want to make sure that we've got her throughout the season. So we're going to really need to manage that.
Patrick, back.
Kelly back here. Renaya was in here saying earlier that she feels like she doesn't really have a choice but to play good defense this year. What do you expect out of her on that end of the floor, and how do you think she did with that tonight?
She's really working hard on her defense. I know that's something that she's emphasizing to herself right now. We're emphasizing it also. I think right now her on-the-ball defense is gotten a lot better, and she gets down, she's wide, she's using her athletic ability. I think it's important to her when she locks in to guard. I think she understands our system. She's also, in the last few weeks, she's actually improved her off-the-ball defense. We've talked a little bit about that as well. She wants to be good, and she is a very, very intelligent young woman, and I'm happy that she's, she wants to come in and watch film. She wants to come in and get extra shots up. So she's putting in the time, and it's going to pay off.
Dan?
I think with that lineup, I think you played, I think I saw one possession maybe of zone, but you didn't press in this game. But can this team be a game changer? That defensive line may be a game changer with your length and
Yeah,
pressure?
so we actually played zone quite a bit in the third quarter. I don't know how many possessions, but we played it quite a bit in the third quarter, a little bit in the fourth, I believe. So I think the length that we can have defensively in the zone will be a nice change up from our man-to-man defense.